I'm a two-time state champ, I'm a four-time national champ, and I have set the American record over and over and over again. Sometimes I was homeless, sometimes I was in halfway houses. Whatever happens, happens, man. We deal with what comes at us. And we can pray as much as we want, but it's what we do outside of that makes us. I'm a Dragon Ball Z super fan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen every episode. I never cared about social media, but it's honestly to me. Anybody can fight, but it takes a lot of dedication and it takes hard-headedness to do what you want to do.
Welcome to Fast Ones, the show where we ask 10 questions in 10 minutes and ramp from 1 mile an hour to 10 miles an hour. Today, I'm thrilled to welcome to the show Zion Clark, 3-time Guinness World Record holder, author, motivational speaker, and all-around badass. Zion, welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. It's honestly sweet to be here. Bro, this is kind of the coolest thing I think I've done for an interview so far.
You seem pretty relaxed about this, and I also know that you hold the Guinness World Record for the fastest on 2 arms to cover 20 meters. What's going through your head right now?
I'm just gonna say this, I was injured for the last 2 months, and if I can run fast, I'll run fast. If I sprint fast, I sprint fast. If I fall off, I fall off. Whatever happens, happens, man. We deal with what comes at us.
Well, let's lock in. Let's take a quick shot of Ketone-IQ here to get it going. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, my boy.
Zion, you were born with caudal regression syndrome, but you've crushed multiple sports, wrestling, wheelchair racing, MMA. We're on treadmills right now. What in your upbringing do you think influenced your pursuit of athletics?
Man, honestly, the only influence in athletics was my art teacher when I was in 1st grade gave me a flyer for the wrestling team. I never really watched TV growing up. I just read books, and I was outside a lot, so I didn't really have time to watch cartoons or do anything that a normal kid would do. So yeah, just getting that flyer gave me something to do after school, and I just so happened to love it. And since I loved it, that was 22 years ago.
And who did you look up to growing up?
I didn't really have anybody to look up to growing up. I grew up without a family. Sometimes I was homeless, sometimes I was in halfway houses, sometimes I was in the foster care system. It just depended on where I was. I had myself, and that's about it.
If you met young Zion today, what advice would you tell to your younger self?
I would tell myself absolutely nothing, because all the stuff that I've done, all the countries I've been to, like, dude, I've been to 7 different countries, and I've been all over the United States. I wouldn't change it.
You had to kind of learn what you had to learn in the order that you learned it. There's nothing you can say to your younger self. I think that's very base. What would you say is your first big breakthrough?
Man, I beat the number 3 guy in the state of Ohio, like 10-4. And after losing over and over and over again for years. And then after that, I beat the number 1 guy. After that, I beat the number 5 guy. And I'm telling you right now, by the time I got to college, I had a 33-15 record in high school. And it all started with me just like hunkering down and pushing through.
You do a lot of MMA. What would you say is the best thing about MMA and the worst thing about MMA?
The best thing about MMA is wrestling. The worst thing about MMA is facing a wrestler.
Yeah, the wrestling you feel like is make or break inside of that. Yeah. What do you think makes a person uniquely equipped to be good at MMA?
I think it's not just something you do. Anybody can fight, but it takes a lot of time for someone to actually be good at fighting. It takes a lot of persistence, it takes a lot of dedication, and it takes a lot of just hard-headedness to do what you want to do.
What would you say is an aspect of your training that most other people overlook?
They think that it's easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not easy. I used to lose all the time.
You do a lot of wheelchair racing as well as MMA. What would you say is in that Venn diagram overlap between the 2 sports?
I mean, just the hard work ethic. You know, I'm a 2-time state champ, I'm a 4-time national champ, and I have set the American record over and over and over again, and made the Team USA like 2 times. I think that just the hard work ethic transfers to both. Track is hard, wrestling is hard.
Yeah.
Might as well win at both.
Yeah. You've got this pretty famous tattoo on your back that says no excuses. Can you tell me the origin story behind that?
My coach practically just told me to stop being weak because I was about to lose to the number 1 guy in the state in the middle of the year. And I just dislocated my shoulder. And you know what? Dude tried to jump over me, hit me with a flying squirrel, and I caught him and put him on his back. I'm getting a little tired.
All right, we hit Zion's upper limit on the speed. I don't know about you guys, but even just being able to be on hands on a treadmill for 10 minutes is the most impressive thing I've seen in a long time. So for the rest of today's Fast Ones, we're gonna cruise at Zion's speed and have a great conversation here for the rest of the segment. All right, Zion, do you have any religious or spiritual practices that are part of what you do?
I'm a God-fearing man. I'm not gonna lie, I don't go to church every day. but I do read my Bible, and I do take practices out of it to better my life and live for the Lord as much as I can. And trust me, I'm a sinner, and if you say that you're not, you're lying. And here's the thing. We, as people, we can choose our own religion, and we can pray as much as we want, but it's what we do outside of that makes us.
When did that spirituality, when did the Lord come into your life?
Bro, it never really did or didn't. I'm a drummer, and I was a musical prodigy by the time I was 4, rocking a 10-piece drum set. You feel me? And by the time I was 6, I was the head drummer of the dude that was 26 in my church. So it's just that. Church music made me come alive.
That's beautiful. So, okay, we got this picture over here with you and the worm, Dennis Rodman. What's going on in this photo? What do you have in common with Dennis Rodman?
He was having a conversation with me, asking me if I wanted to go to the strip club after the game. And he really wanted to party. And like, you look like we're talking about something. Me putting my hand on my chest, it's like, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
So, did you go to the strip club?
Absolutely.
All right. I hear he's a fun guy to party with.
Oh, I know. Dude, it was 4 a.m. and I was just like, bro, I'm going to sleep.
He's built different. I think everyone knows that. He's one of one.
Oh, yeah, Michael Jordan had to fly to Vegas to get him for the finals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
That's legendary.
He was with like Carmen Electra or something, and Jordan had to go scoop him from Vegas. Yeah. I remember that story. Zion, you've got 1 million+ followers on Instagram. Is there one in particular that really stands out to you that's special?
Absolutely not. I never cared about social media. When I got big, I didn't even have an Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I became a 2-time state champ, and I didn't even know what Instagram was because I didn't have a phone. You know what I'm saying?
You're just doing it for the love of the game.
It's honestly to me. I think that if you're gonna be successful because one of these days, something's gonna happen, the internet's gonna crash, and people will be like, oh my God, I have no income. Do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You train at a really high level. What would you say is like an unconventional aspect of your training that other people might not know about?
What's unconventional to you is conventional to me. What makes sense to me doesn't have to make sense to you. So is it unconventional? Or is it just how I think is conventional?
All right, that's fair. Going a little deeper here, what do you think happens after we die?
I think we're reincarnated. What the hell is that feeling? Being someone for the first time and you know you've seen it. I don't know what that is, but that just makes me feel like that's what that is.
Yeah, you ever with like a baby or something and you can just get the sense that it's not their first time here?
No, I'm scared of babies.
You're a super dedicated athlete, super stud. What's the most off-brand thing about you? Like, are you really into anime? Are you sing?
I'm a Dragon Ball Z super fan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've seen every episode all the way up to the one that was released last week, so.
Damn.
Yeah. I have action figures. I got figurines, I got collectibles. I collect cereal boxes that they have in the store. I literally throw the cereal out because I hate cereal, and I collect the box because it's Dragon Ball.
Damn, that's cool. When did you get into Dragon Ball Z?
When I knew how to read.
So as long as you can remember?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. All right, let's do some rapid fire here. What's top of your playlist right now?
Top of my playlist is Thuggin' by Big Boogie. I like that.
All right. What's top travel destination in your bucket list right now?
I really wanted to go to Qatar because unlike Dubai, they're cities, like the people there, they're not too rich, they're not too poor, but yet it's a booming, upcoming country, and I wanted to go experience the culture. And next thing you know, the King of Qatar invited me as his guest to go to the World Cup with them. So.
You were at the World Cup?
Yeah, I was in the World Cup of Qatar, drinking Hennessy on the roof with the King of Qatar.
That's sick, bro. What's your go-to emoji?
The one that looks like this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because most of these dudes don't make sense to me out here.
We've been on the treadmill for 9 minutes. We got on the last minute here. How are you feeling?
I feel fine.
Man, that's mad impressive. Okay, rapid fire. What do you like better, pull-ups or push-ups?
Neither.
Wrestling or MMA?
Wrestling. What's
your dream podcast appearance if you could be on any podcast?
I want to get on Rampage's podcast so I can piss him off, see what happens.
All right, Rampage, you got called out. Musical instrument that you would want to learn?
I've mastered 14 different instruments. I don't know how to use a DJ deck so I can connect it to one of my drum sets. If I learn how to do that, I think I'm set.
That'd be sick. If you had a billboard, what would you put on it?
Look at the road.
More rapid fire. What do you like, sunset or sunrise? Sunrise,
because I like to be outside where nobody can bother me in the morning. Because I wake up at 4 a.m. and go train with George Foreman in Calabasas almost every day.
Steak or sushi?
Steak.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
What would your last meal be?
Sausage and beans.
Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Fly, who wants to be invisible? You're invisible, you're kind of a freak.
Last one. What, if anything, are you afraid of in this world?
I'm terrified of the ocean, and I've drowned 3 times and had to be resuscitated 3 times. So I'm terrified of water.
Damn, but you confront it face on.
I know how to swim now. I learned how to surf in Kauai. I learned how to surf on 15-foot waves, but still don't mean I like the ocean.
I mean, I think it's mad impressive that you confronted your fear so head on. Like, you're afraid of drowning, but yet you spend time in the water, you learn how to swim, you confront it. You fought MMA pro, you're a 3-time Guinness World Record holder, you've been on America's Got Talent, you've been on Ellen, there's a short documentary about you on Netflix, you've published 2 books. What haven't you done? What's next? What's the next mountain for you to climb?
I've never re-broken one of my records. And with my training starting back up, last time I was working on my box jumps, I jumped like 32 inches, 33 inches, and broke the world record for highest lift off your hands. Right before I got injured, I jumped a solid 37 off the ground. And I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna jump higher than that when I break the record. Because the bar's already high, I'm trying to put it out of reach.
That's incredible. Where would you like to put a spotlight on while you have this platform? Anything you want to shout out? Where can people follow you, and anyone else that you want to like show some love to?
I want to give a shout out to my mama, and I want to give a shout out to the gang in Ohio, because when y'all see this, man, I can't wait to see y'all next week. I want to give a shout out to Jon Jones, because, man, not only has you and your team set this up for me, but you have been a good friend to me since meeting you the first time after watching you beat the out of Cyril Gain. So thank you for inviting me to that fight. That sparked our friendship. And you're kind of one of the reasons why I've been wanting to be pro MMA for a long time, so.
Shout out Johnny Bones. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been another episode of Fast Ones. If you like the show, be sure to share it with a friend, smash that subscribe button, hit like, and leave a comment below. Who would you like to see us talk to next on the treadmills? And special shout out to Forge Fitness. Thank you for letting us shoot here. This place is awesome. You guys rock.